Some reps in from the Houston Astros for talks on that interleague play, and I want you to show them a good time.
Headed to go pick up the old man and go spend a little time on a Saturday. And I was watching Seinfeld last night. What else is new, right? And I was watching it, and it wasn't one of my favorite episodes. Is when George is, he's working for the Yankees, and they got these Astros reps coming in from Houston, and his boss is like, "You got to wine and dine them, and you got to take them out, and blah 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 blah." He's like, "All right, whatever." Doesn't really know what to expect. He goes out with these guys, and first of all, they're super heavy drinkers, which, growing up in Houston my whole life and being in oil and gas, my God, I mean, a lot of heavy drinking, a lot of Rolex on the wrist, even if the son of a bitch can't really afford it. And they nailed that. But what they really nailed was the vernacular. These guys said son of a bitch every other sentence. And, they said bastard and other stuff too, but it was really the son of a bitch that was just so authentically Houston, men from Houston. That's how we talk. It's damn sure how my grandpa, Houston oil and gas sales, my dad, Houston oil and gas sales, talked. And I guess that's the main reason why I talk like that, but I talk like that. And the best part about it is the son of a bitch.
Let's call the sons of bitches, go visit them in New York.
Well, we're certainly glad that you could make it.
I like your organization, George. We've been talking to a real friendly son of a bitch in the front office.
Son of a bitch is in no way meant to be taken offensively at all. I mean, sure, it can be said with a negative context, like, that son of a bitch is always late. Why are you surprised? Or, you kidding me? That son of a bitch is a flake. You can't trust that son of a bitch. Sure. But it's used all the time. It's used with a really, really positive context. Like, hey, I'm going to tell you what, that son of a bitch might be the toughest guy I've ever met. It's a compliment. Or, tell you what, though, that son of a bitch could probably even outdrink me. Compliment. Singing his praises. Can even be said with completely neutral context. Like, oh yeah, I hadn't seen that son of a bitch in months. You're not saying anything bad or good. You're just bringing him up. Or, hey, where'd that son of a bitch get those shoes from? You know what I mean? Just neutral. And so what I'm trying to explain is the son of a bitch where I'm from really just means guy. Like, it's got no predication. It's just another way of saying dude or bro, as crazy as that might sound. But the whole reason I brought it up was just to highlight and point out that, Seinfeld prides themselves literally a couple times a season saying it's a show about nothing. It's comedy routine about nothing, about nothing, about nothing. It's about nothing. It's about nothing. Yet, the 30-minute running time public TV sitcom about nothing got the Houston accent and mannerisms down better than any television series of all time, regardless of genre. And how about this? Major motion picture of all time. That's right. Oh, you bet your ass. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Charlie Wilson's War? Yeah. With Julia Roberts as playing the super rich political socialite born and raised in Dallas, Fort Worth. But she talks like that and says, well, I could happily invite you up to my quarters if the offer is suffice. First of all, people in Georgia and the Deep South where that accent originated, they haven't even spoken like that in at least 200 fucking years.
Oh, Bobby, you could ask someone for a Bombay martini up very dry.
Oh, I'm not a slave girl, actually. I'm the congressman's administrative assistant.
Isn't that wonderful for you?
Yes.
2 olives, please. Tell them it's for me, they'll know.
Certainly.
But, more importantly, that's their accent, man. Like, we're not the colonial, Victorian Southern accent. This is Texas, baby. And especially not Houston. So, I mean, they absolutely do. Because they either do that shit in movies, or they make him talk like a total hick, like, God damn it, son, I told you stay in the yard till I get home. What is so goddamn hard to understand about that? I mean, what's wrong with you? They'll do that shit, which, I mean, you can find some over-the-top super country hicks in Houston, but they're few and far between. It's a very subtle Southern accent. And Seinfeld nailed it in all its splendor. They absolutely just lined it up, hit it out of the park, baby. And all I know is whether it's Jerry or Larry, the creators of the show, Jason Alexander, or a freaking custodian on set, someone involved in that show, involved in that set, had some kind of ties to Houston and some kind of connection there because they nailed it. Again, you can stack it up against any television show from any genre. It could be like a $12 million an episode HBO drama or a major motion picture that's hundreds of millions of dollars in 2 years they spent making it and getting it right, fine-tuning everything. And nope, the guy from Texas fucked his accent up. Oh, the guy from Houston totally blew that. Who talks like that? What are we doing, a period piece about Andrew Jackson and the boys? I mean, what are we doing here? Charlie Wilson's War? What are we doing? We blew it. Seinfeld is the greatest sitcom of all time.
You little bastard! You are mommy's little bastard, aren't you?
What the hell are you doing harassing my tenants?
Oh, come on, you son of a bitch. I'm just trying to be friendly.
All right, that's